Welcome to Boost Kingdom. How are you, dudes? What's new? What are we going to look for today? Of course, we need to have fun. Where can we get fun? The answer is we're going to be looking for the top 5 exotic weapons for PvE. It's only my dog's opinion. This video is all about fun. And don't forget to push that subscribe button.
The time has come to
push that button.
Let's start from 5th place. Izanagi Burden. This is a 90 RPM kinetic sniper rifle that is acquired from the mysterious box quest obtained from 801. The main intrinsic perk, Honed Edge. Forget about other perks. This is a 90 RPM kinetic sniper rifle that was acquired from the mysterious box quest obtained from 801. The main intrinsic perk, Honed Edge. Forget about other perks. Honed Edge, which states holding reload consumes the magazine and loads around with additional damage, depending on how many bullets were in the mag prior, as well as the catalyst for this sniper, which can only be acquired from fully upgrading your chalice, then beating the menagerie on heroic difficulty. And the catalyst states that when the entire mag, that being 4 rounds, is consumed, then Honed Edge does even more damage. Yes, I said extra more damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Also, this rifle has a great DPS and be combined with auto-loading holster, grenade launcher for massive amounts of DPS. Stop! Dudes, please push the stop button and then go to boostkingdom.com. This is a brand new service for fast boosting by pros. Yes, I said pro players. If you don't want to grind all day long, Boost Kingdom is your choice. Did you hear it? Anarchy! Once again, next weapon, Viva la Anarchy. Yup, you're right. Number 1 is the best at the moment grenade launcher, Anarchy. Anarchy is a 150 RPM arc grenade launcher that is acquired as a random drop from the final boss in Scourge of the past raid. Usually, it takes up to 10 kills of final boss to get it. So what makes Anarchy become one of the most attractive and desired guns in Destiny 2? Its exotic perk, which is arc traps.
Is that a trap?
Mechanic of this perk is pretty simple. Grenades stick to surfaces and chain arc bolts to other mines. The best practice, it's not a secret, come on guys, you know it. Shoot at the floor a couple of grenades and you'll see a real electricity rave party, like back in time to 1998. Those 2 grenades that you shoot will connect and makes a lot of damage to enemies that will decide to pass through this trap. For a quick and painless boss kill, place 2 grenades on the boss and switch to a sword or special weapon while the grenades are active. Then, when the grenades disappear, repeat again. Dudes, please make a pot of tea because we're gonna hit 3rd place. And here we see shiny Divinity. This is a 1000 RPM rifle and is the rate exotic from Garden of Salvation. What about perks? Perks are polygonal rifling, which increases stability, particle repeater for more stability, penance, which also states that targets under the effect of judgment long enough are struck with blasts of damage, and composite stock, which gives an increase to stability and handling.
Boy, you turn me
Divinity's second name is Stability.
inside out.
And main perk, Judgment. This perk says the following. Sustained damage with this weapon envelops the target in a field that weakens and disrupts. So you can kill overload champs in a few seconds.
2,000 years later.
Divinity itself is not the best weapon at all if being used solo. But if being used as a support weapon for your team, then this thing pops your trunk.
Don't make me go pop the trunk.
Divinity creates a sphere around the target, which becomes a critical point with crit damage multipliers, also allowing for easy critical hits on targets where their crit spot is borderline impossible to hit, makes this thing just even better. And finally, with the removal of oppressive darkness that we had last season, Divinity takes its spot as the easiest buff to borderline have at the ready forever. Whoa, that's not the end. We got a few presents for you. Next one and 2nd place is the Huckleberry. This is a 750 RPM SMG and is a random exotic drop, but can also be acquired from Zur and sits on the kinetic slot. This gun has the next perks. Fluted barrel, handling, ricochet rounds, rampage with states kills. This weapon increases damage temporarily and stacks up to 3 times. Short action stocks, which gives a bonus to handling. And finally, the exotic intrinsic perk, Ride the Bull. Ride the Bull, where weapon increases in rate of fire and recoil while holding down the trigger, and kills with the weapon reload a portion of the magazine. Careful here, we have an unnerved rampage perk. Once Ride the Bull activates, as you're spraying into a group of ads and your rampage gets 2 to 3 times? Once Rideable activates as you're spraying into a group of ads and your rampage gets 2 times to 3 and you destroy everything and anything. But it gets even better as once you acquire the Catalyst and your magazine fully refills per kill instead of just half of it. Do you like sun? Do you like sunbeam? Do you like maybe a hard sunshot? So number 1, we have Sunshot. Voila! This is a 150 RPM hand cannon that is acquired randomly from exotic engrams or Zur, and it's in the energy slot. The perks of the weapon are recoil and handling, accurized rounds, and chambered compensator for increased stability. And insane exotic intrinsic perk Sunburn, which states that the weapon fires explosive rounds. Enemy kills by the Sunshot explode in solar energy, and textured grip, which gives a negativity to stability, but a nice positive to handling. So if you've ever used Sunshot, you'll know just how fun and deadly this thing can be when it comes to ad clear. The explosive rounds from Sunburn can deal AoE damage to enemies surrounding the enemy you're firing at, and if they die to the AoE damage, then they explode. And if the explosion kills enemies, then they also explode. It's like an explosion chain! My dear dudes, thanks for watching me. Don't forget to hit subscribe and blow up the like section. If you got questions about D2 or Boost Kingdom, write them down below. Maybe do you want some special video? Please tell me some topic and I will make it for you, my crew. See you, Guardians, in the next video on
Boost Kingdom.
Yeah, what I hit me. Yeah!